Everyone is talking about AI, new models, new assistants, new demos, new promises about how everything is about to change. Every few weeks, another company announces a breakthrough. And yet, one of the most powerful technology companies in the world seems almost absent from the conversation. While competitors release new AI products at a rapid pace, Apple hasn't announced a single flagship AI product. No headline-grabbing model launches, no viral assistant demos, no bold claims about superintelligence. So the question feels unavoidable. Why does it seem like there's no real AI news coming from Apple? And more importantly, is Apple falling behind or doing something very deliberate? At first glance, Apple's position looks strange. This is a company with world-class engineers, custom-designed chips, full control over its operating systems, and hundreds of millions of devices in daily use. And yet, when people talk about leaders in AI, Apple is often mentioned last, or not at all. That perception didn't happen by accident. It's the result of Apple choosing a strategy that doesn't translate well into headlines. To understand Apple's AI silence, you have to understand how Apple has always approached technology. Apple is almost never first. It didn't invent the smartphone. It didn't invent tablets. It didn't invent smartwatches. Instead, Apple waits. It waits for the technology to stabilize, for the experience to become predictable, for the moment when everything can be integrated into one coherent system. Then it moves, quietly, and reshapes expectations. AI is following that same pattern. But this time, waiting is riskier. Because AI isn't just another product category. Most AI companies want you to notice their intelligence. They want you to chat with it, prompt it, test it, be impressed by it. Apple doesn't want you to notice AI at all. It wants AI to disappear. Listen carefully to Apple's language. It avoids grand AI narratives. It avoids dramatic claims. It often avoids the word AI entirely. Instead, Apple talks about things like on-device intelligence, system-level features, and personalized experiences. That wording isn't accidental. It reveals Apple's real goal. Apple isn't trying to sell AI as a product. It's trying to dissolve AI into the operating system. Look at where Apple's AI actually shows up today. Features that run directly on your device. Models optimized for efficiency, not scale. Intelligence woven into photos, messages, search, accessibility, and battery management. These features don't generate viral demos, but they quietly change behavior. For example, if your phone can instantly organize photos, summarize notifications, or improve images, even without an internet connection, that's Apple's kind of AI. Not impressive in isolation, but powerful in aggregate. This is why Apple hasn't rushed to launch a ChatGPT-style assistant. A general-purpose chatbot doesn't fit Apple's philosophy. Apple doesn't want users talking to AI. It wants AI working in the background, suggesting, organizing, correcting, and optimizing without becoming the main interface. Not as something you open, as something that's already there. There's also a deeper structural reason for this approach. Apple's business model is fundamentally different from cloud-first AI companies. Companies built around large AI models need constant usage to justify massive infrastructure costs. They need engagement. They need prompts. They need scale. Apple doesn't. Apple sells devices. That single fact changes everything. When AI runs on the device, Apple controls the entire stack. The chip, the operating system, performance, energy usage, privacy. This gives Apple something most AI companies don't have: constraints. And constraints force discipline. Instead of asking, how big can this model be? Apple asks, how reliable can this be everywhere? Instead of chasing raw capability, Apple chases consistency. From the outside, this looks like Apple falling behind. From the inside, it looks like Apple waiting for a different phase of AI. Because the current phase of AI is noisy. Models are powerful, but unpredictable. Capabilities vary wildly. Costs are high. Expectations are unstable. Apple historically avoids entering markets during this phase. It waits until technology can fade into daily life. Here's the critical insight most people miss. If AI becomes primarily conversational, something users actively talk to all day, Apple's quiet strategy becomes a problem. But if AI becomes ambient, embedded into devices, systems, and routines, Apple's approach suddenly makes a lot of sense. And right now, the industry is moving in that direction. AI is moving out of apps, into systems, into homes, into cars, into wearables. And ambient intelligence favors companies that control hardware, software, and distribution. That's Apple's territory. There's another consequence hiding here. Once users expect AI to work instantly, quietly, and reliably across all their devices, switching ecosystems becomes painful. AI isn't just a feature, it becomes glue. And Apple has always been very good at building ecosystems people don't want to leave. But this strategy isn't without risk. If competitors succeed in making AI the primary interface, the thing people expect to interact with constantly, Apple could be forced to respond on someone else's terms. And Apple hates reacting. So what we're seeing right now isn't Apple being absent, it's Apple waiting. Waiting for AI to become predictable enough, efficient enough, and boring enough to disappear into the background. Because once AI becomes boring, that's usually when Apple moves. Which brings us back to the original question. Why does it feel like there's no real AI news from Apple? Because Apple's AI strategy isn't designed to generate news. It's designed to reshape behavior slowly, at massive scale, without asking permission. And that raises a much bigger question. In an industry obsessed with speed, spectacle, and hype, is Apple falling behind? Or is it positioning itself for the moment when AI stops being impressive and starts being infrastructure? So what do you think? Is Apple missing the AI moment? Or is it quietly preparing for the phase that comes after everyone else stops talking? Drop your take in the comments. Because Apple's silence might turn out to be the loudest signal of all.